Alright, hi guys, we are here with Marcel and Guillaume, who Marcel managed to win the Swiss National Championship and Guillaume made it to top 16, and they will show you their deck profile. So what did you play?
We both played the 60 card version of the Punk deck, including the Eldlich engine. So it's like 60 card Eldlich, Punk, Brave, Hand Trap, Pile.
Alright, any shoutouts you want to make first?
I of course shout out to the team. Like I specifically have to shout out like Guillaume. Like I didn't test that much myself, so he was the one that picked up the deck and just told me to also play it.
Okay, but you managed to get the win, nice. Okay, so let's jump into the deck.
Sure.
You start with main?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a lot of cards. Like as we said, it's 60 cards. So we just go like engine by engine.
Okay.
So we have like 3 Enchantress, 3 Right.
Yeah.
And a few guys. Like nothing much to say.
Best engine in the game right now.
Yeah, I think like right now, if you can play this, you should. Like it's really, really good. It can out so many things that you can't out otherwise.
Okay.
Then the Punk engine is 2 Xiamin, 3 Teleport, 3 Foxy, and Ogre Dance, and the Deer as well.
The second best engine in the game right now.
So we only play 2 Deer now because it conflicts with the Brave engine. It's pretty much the only card in the deck that really conflicts because you can normal summon and play with the Brave engine. But it's still fine.
Okay. Right.
The Ogre Dance is in here. Like I don't like him, but there are certain hands where you need him because you can play otherwise. Like you need to search a second of them to normal summon to play.
And also sometimes you're missing a dark monster for reborn your Chaos Ruler, and it can help you have it.
Yeah. Okay. So you spoiled one part of the exo deck already.
Then the Spicy engine.
Ooh, Spicy engine. Okay, I see Golden Lord. Okay, tell me more about that.
So basically the issue of the deck is like there is not much grind game and you kind of struggle against Floatgate sometimes, and this solve almost all the issue the deck have. It give you grind game and solve a card like mine. With this deck you almost never lose to mine. You have 2 engine to out mine also. It's really good engine. Also, it makes you plus a lot with another card you play after.
Okay, so you play it as a mine out and for the grind games.
For me personally, it was really mainly for the mine out situation, like just having natural mine outs. I was really afraid of like a lot of weird decks like Striker Mine and all the decks with mine. So I just didn't want to auto lose against that if I didn't have the Draco back active. So,
Also, all these cards are really good discard, and this deck you need to discard a lot with
you
your
have
stuff.
Foxy Tune, you have Jet Synchron. It's really nice if you can discard one of those. It's really just free.
Because they replace it.
Yes, and it's like I kind of feel like in a lot of scenarios you don't really want to draw the card, or you want to draw one as a discard. But it's like it's the best thing to mill of Chaos Rule. Like it just gives you so much more. Like Chaos Rule is insane in this deck. Like I think it's like the best card.
I can tell. All right.
And then we have the Soul Illusion package. So this is extremely slow. In this version, it's like broken.
Amazing.
Because in the normal Punk version without Eldlich, it's just only good pretty much if you have Brave, then you get the draws. It can still be good otherwise, just to have like the extra body to special. That can be nice. But here, like you almost always have like good discards to draw. You have the Eldlich engine, you have like the Brave cards that are there.
Yeah.
They are all dark. You can pick them up with Chaos Ruler, which I think like. I don't know, 60% or so of my Chaos Rulers picked up one of these. It's it's really, really good.
Nice.
Especially if you have like the full Red Rose engine still in the deck, then it's really strong.
Is it better to grab than grabbing a hand trap?
It depends like really what your hand is, what you want to play. If you feel safe from Nibiru, for example, like let's just spoiler this. So if you run this, if you resolve Hulky Fibrax and you have like either of this, then you can summon him out and then you special soul, you make Herald, and then you have like those two to make Doctor and leave the Herald, or you can also synchro into Riser Dragon, send the Snow, and then go into Doctor.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is absolutely crazy.
Alright.
For me, it's like the worst thing that can happen pretty much is like milling or like him, especially with Chaos Rule. Like I did that quite a lot, and that really hurt.
Disaster.
But you just take it that you don't just get a plus, but it's still okay. This can be annoying sometimes if you're missing an extender.
Yeah, he's okay. Like he's weird because if you play Brave Engine, you can't normal summon effect that won't work there, so it's not ideal. Yeah, we're also like thinking about bumping this to 3 just because it's so good.
This is also one of the best cards of the deck. So.
Okay.
Then we play hand traps. So we play 60 cards. So we need
Playing
to like
a lot of hand traps.
play kind of a lot of hand traps.
Oh, I see Gamma.
Yes, so this was like the difference between our lists. The original list had like Ogre and Ghost Mourner, just with the backup idea that both are tuner monster. It's really important to like have a tuner to make Hulk. And I just didn't really want to play Ogre and Ghost Mourner. I didn't feel like they're strong enough, and I wouldn't like want to draw pairs of them.
Yep.
And I felt like Gamma is really insane. Like you have a lot of things that just would bait hand traps. You can go Foxy Tune, they ash it. You can go Enchantress, they ash it. It's like Teleport, they can ash it. Like I had a lot of games where the people usually just ashed that. They didn't even think about it. I didn't have Gamma like that much. It's maybe like twice or 3 times I resolved it on the hand trap.
Oh, nice.
But just in general, in theory, it's just insane in that spot.
Sure.
And it's just really good to go second. If in a mirror match, which I expected a lot, if you Gamma like the Hulk, it is so good. Like Hulk is. I mean, if Hulk stays, he can still do so much stuff. Like.
Also for me, Ghost Hulk was also really good. For me, it's really good against every deck except Despia. You always almost have value with this card. I really like it.
On Faithful and stuff like that, Floundries, I see.
So Alki Fibrax, it's also good. He can't tag out in the Wonder Magician.
I see. Alright, that's it for the hand traps.
Yes, and then like kind of the engine part / bricks.
Engine part.
Side, Snow and Chat.
Okay.
They're just necessary.
You need them.
This is just the easy thing. Yeah, it's at first like I didn't want to play with Doctor. Like I also tested older versions of the deck, but then your Hulk can't do anything on its own. But if you have like Chat, then you just go Hulk, Chat into a Doctor side, and that's like it's really good. Like I had quite a lot of Punk mirrors, and they pretty much all ended up in like somebody set up Doctor side lock, and it was just over. Like the other guy couldn't play, and then he was killed. So it's just enough. And then Snow is obviously just amazing. I personally didn't make many shooting risers. I just kind of prefer to keep the Griffin and the token alive if I could. But yeah, if it was there, it was nice. You can sometimes win off the ruler.
Shooting Riser is especially good post side when you play against matchup. You have target for it, like token collector, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, after side I like it more. Like it was like if they side Dark Ruler and Droplet, then it's better to just go for the Snow and have a weaker end board plus the Snow, because Snow can like stop a lot on her own. And then the last cards are 3 Droplet, Foolish and Cold Buy.
Alright, so just good spells.
It's just like
most of the time another with access.
Yeah, Foolish is really cool. It has a lot of versatility. It can be like Chat, it can be Enchantress, it can be Snow. It's just really versatile.
One time I sent the Golden Lord and it was pretty good.
Okay.
And then Droplet is like the only non-hand trap or non-tuned card that we played. It feels like really strong. It can just help break boards or survive where other cards couldn't do it. Like we didn't want to play Imperm because it only stops one effect and it's not a tuner, so if you go first you have Imperm, it wouldn't do anything. This just feels like at least more like a blowout card.
I think the best part is like all you entrap are also tuner and you can play with them.
Yeah, like I had a little downside there with the Gamma. Like if I would draw Gamma as my only card, it would be weaker. That was like why he didn't want to play it. But I just felt like the power level of the card itself was just so good that I wanted to play it. Also, as I said, like people didn't respect it. Nibiru the same. Like Nibiru and Gamma were like kind of disrespected this tournament for me all the time. So they were like huge blowout cards that could just do a lot on their own.
Alright.
So yeah.
That's it for main deck. 60 cards.
Yes.
Straight up.
The best number.
The best number? Alright.
Then the extra deck. Yeah.
This is
the most important card.
Deck.
Yes, of course.
Alright.
Doctor. Just put it on everything.
These two are really good, like because first turn you most of the time make this, but if you need backup plan, second turn these two are crazy. All deck have target for this.
Okay.
And take that Kalaim behind this and this on this and you win the game.
Like this was amazing for me. I summoned this way more often than her. Like there are no dark hand traps. Like Light has a lot of things you can summon. There's also like a lot of neat things you can do. Like you can like summon their Foxy Tune and play with it, for example. It's like a lot of stuff you can do. And then you have like the ceiling access code.
Also some cool target for this is like if you play against Sky Striker, you can take their weight and out the link and you won't have the Ray in the grave. And also same for Despia, you can take the Aluber and they won't have the float effect.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, we sacrificed a little bit of versatility, like also in the synchro area, but this was just overall like very consistent stuff you could summon like generically, and then you just climb up into access most of the time.
Alright.
And then the synchros are Herald, Tichi, Riser, Ruler, Hot Red, Baron, and Punisher.
Okay, so have you used End Punisher a lot?
Me, I use it 2 or 3 times against Despia. It's really good if they end like on Masquerade and Mirror Jad. You just burn yourself until really low, then you make this, gain attack, and it just OTK.
Yeah, okay.
It happened like once or twice today for me.
There's also a thing like if the players aren't that good and they don't pay attention, you can easily win off that. If they have a monster in attack mode and they already used everything, yeah, you just pay yours. Like I had games where I just really paid myself completely down to like 72 and then just made this attack.
Right.
It's like important, like if there's a Masquerade, you can't go down to 7-8, like he still has to activate to boost. So if you go to 7-8 and you wanna like boost, that wouldn't work. So
Alright.
that's something I saw like, this is something you have to keep in mind, this is important.
Also, this card is absolutely amazing. I don't know for you, but
Rule is, it's for sure the best card in the deck. Like the whole Eldlich, and if this card didn't exist, I wouldn't play Eldlich. It's really just like this just works together so amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff you could consider. Like there would easily be like 25 cards I would consider playing it that would come up, but you just have to like decide what you want. Another level 7 would be nice sometimes with him. If he has reduced level, you could do that. A second level 10 could come up if you go Baron turn 1 and you have Tichi and Side. But yeah, we just felt this was like the most important things.
Yeah, because some cards are kind of annoying for out, and this was the last spot. But I think it's necessary from stuff like the Fusion Despia who float. This is good.
I think like main and extra, main and side deck, I would consider changing stuff. But I think the extra I would just play the same. I really
also
like this.
What is cool with this one is you can play around stuff like Dark Ruler and Droplet with your Eldritch Trap. You just, if you have this and an Eldritch Trap, if they Dark Ruler or Droplet without discarding a trap, you just chain your trap, then make this, and you.
Yeah, and most of the time nobody sends a trap for cost, so you can chain it.
Yeah, this was like my top 4 win in game 3, no game 2 I think it was. I played against Flandery, so you don't want to make Doctor Lock, and you just go to Chet Root, you go Chaos Ruler, and then Hulk summons Chet there, and you just summon this. And he had like the Dark Ruler, and I could chain the Eldritch Trap and this on Dark Ruler. That's just really cool.
Nice. Alright, that's it for the extra deck.
This is probably the bad part of the deck, I would say. I don't mind playing the 60, but the side deck is always the issue for 60 card, I feel like, because it's just less consistent to see your side deck cards.
Yeah, I see. But, I mean, you can access the Zombie World package pretty consistently.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't play it without Riser Dragon, without Chaos Ruler.
Yeah.
We also like played 2. One of the reasons was if you ruler away like Zombie World, you have a second one as a backup at least.
Yeah.
And also like if you
hard draw it is also
if you hard draw it and you have him, you could technically like double Zombie World if he has Cyclone. Didn't come up, but just in general. And then we went for the 6 spell trap removal. Just for 60, it feels like necessary to have at least that number.
Okay.
I personally, really didn't like the side and main options combined against Despia. I feel like I would want to change some things for that. Like, you just have cards in the deck you want to not have in the deck against Despia, like Venier, for example.
Yeah.
And go first, it's not optimal. Like, you have nothing that is really ideal to side. So I still probably would want to side something like Barrier or just like a generically good card for that matchup specifically.
Okay.
It was really the one matchup I didn't want to see. I was fine playing anything, but Despia was really the matchup I didn't want to face too much, honestly.
Okay. And you didn't?
I dodged it pretty well. During Swiss rounds, I played 2 only. And then in Top Cut, I had 1 in top 16 that bricked horribly. And then in the final, I had to play against Despia. So for me, it was like, I didn't want to play that, but I was lucky there.
You made it. Okay, so that's it for the deck. Anything you want to say, or?
No, the deck is just really good. And
deck's really good, okay. So congratulations again to both of you for the win and for the top. And we hope to see you at the next big tournament.